what an exquisite week we are experiencing. Last week's success seems to have paved the way for another remarkable week. Today we are in for a mix of romance, intrigue and plenty of enchanting lyrics to serenade you. With the lyricist himself here, allow me to elaborate. I'm Atika Farooqui. Tune in to catch all the highlights. In this week's release, Do Aur Do Pyar, Vidya Balan and Pratik Gandhi bring to life the vulnerability and loneliness of a couple with sheer brilliance. LSD 2. Dibakar Banerjee's LSD 2 is a daring film that explores uncharted territory. The film is intended for a niche audience who seek to experience the filmmaker's dark and provocative take on the modern world. This weekend's recommendation is Amar Singh Chamkila, icon or captive of his audience. Imtiaz Ali's biopic on the enigmatic Punjabi artist garners acclaim for its authentic portrayal. Jaideep Ahlawat's evolution from Hathiram Chaudhary in Patal Lok to a boisterous anchor in Broken News 2. He's on the show. And wordsmith Irshad Kamil shares the story behind the songs of Chamkila. Let's start the show with the review of Do Aur Do Pyar. Well, Do Aur Do Pyar is a romantic comedy directed by the debutant director Sheersha Guha Thakurta that explores the complexities of modern-day relationships and the dilemmas that couples face, both in marriage and in affairs. The film is based on the 2017 Deborah Winger-Tracy Letts starrer The Lovers and promises freshness in its plot and cast. The movie follows two married individuals, Kavya Ganeshan, played by Vidya Balan, and Anirudh Banerjee, portrayed by Pratik Gandhi, who are having affairs with Vikram, played by Tovino Thomas, and Nora, portrayed by Eliana De Cruz, respectively. The film's director, Sheersha Guha Thakurta, explores the complexities of modern-day relationships without explicitly preaching or teaching a lesson on making a marriage work or breaking it. The movie's biggest strength lies in its intimate storytelling and relatable characters, who leave little room for judgment but more for empathy. The director uses a modern-day lens to explore relationships and their definition in today's fast-paced lives. The refreshing thing about Do Aur Do Pyar is its cultural translation, with the film adapted to an urban Indian setting without softening the frankness of its themes. Vidya Balan delivers a top-notch performance with her laughter infectious and comic timing bang on. She is equally impressive in emotionally charged scenes, and her no-holds-barred moves while dancing at that resto bar are a highlight. Pratik Gandhi is a revelation, portraying a character that's intense yet so carefree, with an ease in bringing comedy to his dialogues. The supporting cast, including Senthil and Eliana, also contribute and bring so many flavors to the story. The film's writing is another highlight, with the story primarily about broken marriages and infidelity. However, it also beautifully weaves a father-daughter relationship and how it goes through its own complex journey. The performances are endearing and the storytelling is simple yet impactful. In conclusion, Do Aur Do Pyar is a far mature and bold tale that expresses and explores the rawness of relationships, keeping the humor element at the core. It's not just a satirical take on modern-day couples and their relationships, nor is it a frivolous rom-com that never delves into real issues. It's a tale that explores the complexities, keeping the humor element alive and kicking. Watch it for some easy, breezy and endearing performances and storytelling that's simple yet very entertaining and impactful. And moving on, in 2010, Dibakar Banerjee's Love, Sex Aur Dhoka, that is LSD, redefined cinema, breaking barriers with its innovative camera work and daring themes. Now, after 14 years, Banerjee has returned with LSD 2, coined as Like, Share and Download. This sequel explores the dark side of social media and its impact on modern society. LSD 2 comprises 3 interconnected stories. The first Truth Ya Nach delves into the world of reality television featuring Tushar Kapoor, Sophie Chaudhary and Anu Malik as judges in a sensationalist show reminiscent of a popular reality show on TV. The narrative follows Noor, that is Paritosh Tiwari, a transgender woman pursuing fame and wealth, unafraid of controversies. In another part of town, Kulu, played by Bonita Rajpurohit, a transgender individual working at a bustling metro railway station, faces struggles and triumphs. However, when manipulated by her boss, Lovina, to falsely accuse someone of sexual assault, Kulu faces a moral dilemma. Intertwined with Kulu's story is Shubham, played by Abhinav Santosh Singh, Lovina's teenage son known as Game Papi. As a social media influencer, Shubham becomes embroiled in a scandal that exposes the darker aspects of online platforms, including gaming culture, explicit content, production, meme culture and the metaverse, and many more things. Banerjee, along with Pratik Vats, wrote the film focusing on gender and sexuality as performance rather than fact. The overall tone is deceptive, with sequences stretching too long and characters so cynical that there is nobody to root for empathetically. The cast includes Paritosh Tiwari, Bonita Rajpurohit and Abhinav Singh, who portray individuals seeking notoriety over anonymity, reflecting society's obsession with fame these days. Seasoned actors like Swastika Mukherjee and Swaroop Ghosh also deliver very strong and likable performances. The film's technical execution is commendable, with Riju Das and Anand Bansal's cinematography presenting the narrative in a refreshing and bold manner. However, the decision to cast a male actor as Noor raises questions about the character's journey and the performative nature of fame. The music, including Kamsin Kali, is the title track, and Gandhi Tal is well integrated, while Dhanashri Verma adds glamour to Kamsin Kali. However, Gulabi Akhiyan feels underwhelming compared to the other tracks. LSD2 is a daring film that explores uncharted territories, resulting in a unique and fresh perspective. However, its novelty may not appeal to the general audience or big screen viewers. This film is intended for a niche audience who seek to experience the filmmaker's dark and provocative take on the modern world. And moving on. Now listen, I have to tell you this, and we couldn't do it in the last episode, but it has to be done. Jo galti ho gayi ab uski bharpai karenge. So here is my recommendation for you for this week's weekend watch, and which is Imtiaz Ali's Chamkila. It is a captivating portrayal of the life and times of the iconic Punjabi singer Amar Singh Chamkila. Returning to the director's chair after 4 years, Imtiaz demonstrates meticulous attention to detail, weaving a narrative that immerses the audience in Chamkila's world right from the beginning. The film's strength lies in its writing, penned by Imtiaz and his brother Sajid. The dialogues are powerful and thought-provoking, prompting the audience to ponder over societal norms and the artist's role in challenging them. One particularly resonant dialogue sees Chamkila defend his song, stating, "हर किसी की सही गलत सोचने की औकात नहीं होती, मेरी तो नहीं है, मुझे तो बस जिंदा रहना है. No one has a right to judge right or wrong. It's not mine. I just want to stay alive," he says. In Chamkila, Imtiaz Ali skillfully exposes societal double standards through a scene where the singer, uncomfortable with a reporter wearing pants, avoids eye contact during an interview. This powerful moment highlights the hypocrisy of a society where artists can freely express sexuality in their work but judge others based on clothing choices. Imtiaz's refusal to sanitize Chamkila's image adds authenticity to the biopic, presenting the singer in his raw, unfiltered form, set against a backdrop of melodious music. Another poignant scene depicts Chamkila's final moments, where he playfully reprimands a helper for serving him a cold roti, exclaiming, "Do you know who I am?" This seemingly light-hearted moment reveals Chamkila's internal struggle with his own legacy and worth. These nuanced scenes add depth to Chamkila's character, portraying him as a complex individual grappling with fame, identity and societal expectations. The film's music, composed by A.R. Rahman and featuring lyrics by Irshad Kamil, add another layer of depth to the narrative. Rahman's compositions beautifully complement Chamkila's lyrics, with tracks like Ishq Mitai Hai Hai and Vida Karo standing out. The inclusion of the song Naram Kalja, where women openly discuss their sexuality, is a bold and empowering move. In conclusion, Chamkila is a masterpiece that celebrates the life and music of a legendary artist. Imtiaz Ali's confident direction, coupled with stellar performances and soul-stirring music, makes it a must-watch for both fans of Chamkila and lovers of quality cinema. And now let's talk about the world of OTT. Jaideep Ahlawat, renowned for his outstanding performances in projects like Jaane Jaan, An Action Hero, Paatal Lok and Bard of Blood, has solidified his reputation as a skilled and dependable actor. Sonali Bendre, a beloved figure from the 90s, continues to captivate audiences with her enduring charm and resilience. And Shreya Pilgaonkar, the talented daughter of Sachin and Supriya Pilgaonkar, inherits a legacy of storytelling with her roots deeply embedded in that popular TV show, Tu Tu Main Main. Remember? Together, these three individuals provide the backbone of the news channels you rely on. In their own words, they promise a whirlwind of drama and revelation in their next series called Broken News 2.
जैसे पिछली बार था ना, सच या सनसनी, क्योंकि बार हमारा है सच बनेगा, सच भी बनेगा सनसनी या सच बनेगा सनसनी। आपको थोड़ी देर की कंफ्यूज हो जाएगी कौन सच है बोल रहा है, कौन सनसनी फैला रहा है, क्योंकि एक सबके किरदारों में एक है शिफ्ट हो रहा है, क्योंकि कहानी में कुछ शिफ्ट हो रहे हैं, कुछ नई चीज़ें जुड़ रही हैं, कुछ नए आयाम जुड़ रहे हैं उन किरदारों में, तो थोड़ा कन्फ्यूजन होने वाला है सबके साथ.
I've always been a science fiction fan, so this is something I feel that today जो आज का जो ज़माना है, the age that we are living in, for me it's like science fiction coming true. So this was something that you read in science fiction, that ye hoga, data will be used like this and stuff like that, where before a criminal is a criminal, before a crime is committed, they'll be catching the person. All those things were science fiction. But more and more as we live in today's day and age, we see science fiction becoming the reality.
Even if आप नहीं represent करने वाले हो, मेरे ख्याल से बहुत सारे लोग जानते हैं उस वर्ल्ड को लेके, क्योंकि it's on your face actually. पर जब आप करते हो उन किरदारों को, तो वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा हिट करते हैं आपको, क्योंकि तब समझ में आता है कि उन शब्दों की क्या पावर हो सकती है जो आप एक न्यूज़ रूम में बैठ के ऐसे ही कह सकते हैं.
Radha Bhargav is somebody who is really trying to discover herself and find her place as a news reporter, as a journalist in this world. And there's so much inner conflict, especially because she's been put in jail in season 1, and she has certain ideals and principles that have not necessarily got her to where she wanted to. So now she feels like, अभी मुझे system बदलना है तो हाथ भी गंदे करने पड़ेंगे. That is a frame of mind. And I especially enjoy playing those scenes of confrontation with Jaideep, because there's so many layers to it, because essentially they're not enemies. They're absolutely not enemies. Jaideep sees himself in Radha, and Radha admires and respects him, but she just feels like perhaps he's, gone off track. So in season 2, Radha is back and has taken things very personally, and I feel like she goes a little crazy and gets carried away.
Genuinely, पिछले कुछ सालों से there is no relationship as TV channels, news channels, but you have so many options to be aware about the situation, about the news, political, social, sports, wherever. And I have journalist friends from my college time also, and recent में जो बनते हैं आपके, you always can call them and ask them, is it true or not?
I feel like I get my news from several sources, not just one. My grandmother's room always has the television on, so invariably, I'm listening to things. But I often feel like I see more ads, and it's a little chaotic for me to watch news or television for a longer time. So I think I also end up getting it from different sources, and eventually only once I've verified it enough to actually believe it, because it's hard to tell.
We're heading for a short break here. Growing up as one of the many siblings in a middle-class household, Irshad Kamil was unsure about his path, especially when others were focused on academics and he completely lacked interest in it. And people would always tell him, "Arey tu karta kya hai? Ja meri shirt press kara de, so mera scooter saaf kar de." But we all have been there, isn't it? Where we were not sure whether what do we want to do in life. And when he was penning the lyrics for Rockstar, he felt that strong connect with that character Janardhan, which didn't know what to do of his future and was solely focused on his present, isn't it? Irshad Kamil is here on the show after the break, and he will talk about the many songs that he has written, particularly those of Amar Singh Chamkila. Welcome back to Now Showing. I'm Atika Farooqi. Now let's talk about this gentleman called Irshad Kamil. I used to hum his song, "मैं कहीं भी जाता हूँ, तुमसे ही मिल जाता हूँ." And now what I'm singing is his song, "Ishq mitaye hai hai, da na 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 na, ishq mitaye hai hai." Oh yes, and that is Irshad Kamil's lyrics for the film Chamkila. And here is Irshad Kamil on the show in a conversation with my colleague Vishal Chatkara, talking about his work in Chamkila and so much more.
Ishq Mitaya is the first song which was released from the album, and it was an instant hit. तो क्या था प्रोसेस इश्क मिटाए लिखने का? क्या आपके पास पहले धुन पहले से थी?
99% गाने जो मैंने लिखे हैं अभी तक रहमान साहब के साथ, वो धुनों पे ही लिखे हैं। जब डिस्कस कर रहे थे डायरेक्टर इम्तियाज़ के इस तरह की पिक्चर है, उन्होंने कहा कि मैं चमकीला के बारे में पिक्चर नहीं बनाना चाहता हूँ। चमकीला के साथ साथ और चमकीला के अलावा पंजाब के बारे में भी ये पिक्चर है। और उनकी ये बात सुनने के बाद मैंने एक पोएम सी लिख दी थी अपने ही अंदाज में, मैं कुछ लिख देता हूँ, जिसमें इस तरह की बात थी कि मोहब्बत भी, लड़ाई भी, खुदा भी और खुदाई भी, यहीं भंगड़ा यहीं गिनथा, यहीं सूफ़ी सौदाई भी, मुझे पंजाब कहते हैं। तो ये जो मैं हूँ पंजाब आया है, वो उसी एक पोइट्री का एक हिस्सा था टुवर्ड्स, इसका नाम मैंने रखा था मैं हूँ पंजाब। तो वो हमने मैं हूँ पंजाब वहाँ पे यूज़ कर लिया है। बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो हैं वो मेरे फर्स्ट ड्राफ्ट में से ही इसमें इस्तेमाल हुई हैं, क्योंकि मेंटली आई वाज वेरी क्लियर कि इस गाने में कहना क्या है, बात क्या करनी है। तो इसलिए मैंने वो फर्स्ट ड्राफ्ट में ही आ गया था कि जीवे अग मेरी जल मेरा सारा जीवे, या मेरे आगे दुनिया का रंग सारा फिक्का, अपने लहू से ही लगाया मैंने टिक्का। ये फर्स्ट ड्राफ्ट में ही आ गई थी। लाइक
आउट ऑफ द 6 ट्रैक्स सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग बैक स्टोरी अकॉर्डिंग टू यू किस गाने की थी?
जो तू क्या जाने हमारा गाना है।
या
पहले इसकी जगह हम कोई और गाना, कोई और कंपोजिशन फाइनल कर चुके थे। देन आफ्टर पॉइंट डिस्कशन के बाद ये लगा कि ये कंपोजिशन यहाँ पे नहीं होनी चाहिए, यहाँ हम कोई और अच्छी बात कर सकते हैं कंपोजिशन के हिसाब से भी और लिरिक्स के हिसाब से भी। तो रहमान साहब ने कुछ और कंपोज किया जो अभी आप तू जाने, और इसमें अच्छी बात कह लीजिए या फ़नी स्टोरी कह लीजिए, वो ये है कि हुआ ये कि उन्होंने इस पे ये ठान लिया कि मुझे इस जगह पे कोई और गाना करना है, जो अपने पास गाना है वो गाना नहीं करना है। तो मैं किसी और सिलसिले में रहमान साहब के पास गया हुआ था किसी और सिटिंग के लिए, एंड ही आफ्टर वो जब सिटिंग ख़त्म हुई, आफ्टर दैट ही सेड, इरशाद आप रुको। मैं रुक गया और उन्होंने बोला, जब तक तुम उस गाने के लिए मुझे कुछ एक लाइन नहीं दे के जाओगे ना, मैं तुम्हें जाने नहीं दूंगा। मैंने कहा सर बहुत, मैं कल देता हूँ, बहुत देर हो गई, या 2-2:30 बज गए थे, अभी दिमाग चल नहीं रहा। नहीं मैं मानता ही नहीं, तुम आई एम नॉट लिस्टिंग यू मैन, यू सिट हियर एंड यू जस्ट टेल मी, गिव मी जस्ट वन लाइन, एनीथिंग। तो मैंने कहा सर दिमाग नहीं चल रहा, अभी इतना रात हो गई। नो यू कैन डू इट, टेल मी जस्ट समथिंग विच अकर्स टू यू। तो मैंने वहाँ बैठे बैठे 2-3 लाइनें लिख दी, और 2-3 लाइनों में ये भी एक लाइन थी। एक्चुअली गाने का मफहूम था वो, उन्होंने जब जो पूछा था वो, मैंने कहा ये गाना तू क्या जाने हो सकता है। वहाँ और आगे भी मैंने 2-4 लाइनें लिख दी थी, जिसको थोड़ा इधर उधर करके उस तरह से उन्होंने कंपोज कर दिया था। देन आई यू नो प्रॉपरली उसको मैंने थोड़ा रिफाइन कर दिया गाने को, और प्रॉपर गाना फिर उस पर लिखा तू क्या जाने।
सर वी ऑल लव रॉकस्टार, तो please tell us about the backstory of the song Katya Karu from the film Rockstar.
कत्या करूँ के पीछे असल में ना स्कूल के टाइम पे या इनिशियल कॉलेज लेवल में हम कैंप्स लगाने जाते थे। वो यूथ लीडरशिप के कैंप्स होते थे जहाँ हम जाते थे, और या हाइकिंग ट्रैकिंग के कैंप्स होते थे जहाँ हम जाते थे। तो ग्रुप्स में लड़के जाते थे ट्रैकिंग पे, अलग अलग 2-2, 3-3 ग्रुप या लीडरशिप में। तो होता क्या था, जब चल रहे होते थे ट्रैकिंग पे, तो उस बोरियत को या कह लीजिए या उस थकान को दूर करने के लिए कोई ना कोई गाना शुरू हो जाता था। कोई गाना शुरू करता था, सामने वाला उसको उठाता था, फिर आगे वाला कुछ और बढ़ा देता था, वो गाना बनना शुरू हो जाता था एक काइंड ऑफ। तो ये जो कत्या करूँ तेरा रूह है, ये फ्रेज एक्चुअली उन्हीं दिनों का फ्रेज है। तो ये मेरे दिमाग में था, जैसे साडा हक भी एक ऐसा ही फ्रेज है। जब हम ट्रैकिंग पे जाते थे तो हम गाते रहते थे कत्या करूँ तेरा रूह, कत्या करूँ, और उसके लिरिक्स भी अलग होते थे। मतलब कत्या करूँ तेरा रूह, मैं सारी रात कत्या करूँ, किसे दी फीएट, किसे दी समथिंग मारुति साडी टैक्सी तू, ऐसा कुछ यू नो वेरी फनी टैक्सी साडी। हाँ, नहीं वो होता है किसे दी लिम्का, किसे दी गोल्ड स्पॉट साडी पेप्सी तू, सारी रात कत्या करूँ तेरा रूह। तो वो ये फ्रेज मेरे पास तब से उन्हीं दिनों से मेरे पास था। तो आई थॉट कि इसको इस तरह से इस्तेमाल किया जा सकता है।
What is your relation with Sufi songs? I mean, कुन फाया कुन आपने लिखा है, और ऑल्सो तू कुजा, जो कि इंस्पायर है फ्रॉम अ सॉन्ग बाय नुसरत फतेह अली खान।
पहले मैं ये आपको क्लियर कर दूं कि वो गाना नुसरत फतेह अली साहब से इंस्पायर्ड नहीं है।
ओके,
तू कुजा मन कुजा ऑलरेडी फारसी का एक फ्रेज है, जो सिर्फ एक फ्रेज फारसी का लिया है। अब उन्होंने भी वहीं से ही लिया है जहाँ से मैंने लिया है।
ओके,
सो तू कुजा मन कुजा, तुम कहाँ मैं कहाँ, वो ये बेसिकली खुदा से बात हो रही है, भगवान से बात हो रही है कि आप किसी भी सिचुएशन में होते हैं ना, आप उसको पुकारते हैं ना कि मैं यहाँ हूँ, तुम कहाँ हो। तो तू कुजा मन कुजा एक पर्शियन फ्रेज है। और जहाँ तक सूफीज़म की बात है, मुझे एक लगता है कि ये एक इस तरह का जॉनर है जिसमें शायद सुकून तो रहता ही रहता है, उसके अलावा शिकायत का भी मौका रहता है।
ओके,
सुकून और शिकायत दो चीज़ें ऐसी हैं, शिकायत अगर आपकी सही ढंग से सुन ली जाए या पहुंच जाए जिस तक पहुंचानी है, वो भी आपको सुकून देती है। मैं तो जग को ना भाया तूने गले से लगाया, अब मैं तो जग को ना भाया, वो जग के साथ शिकायत है उसकी, तूने गले से लगाया, है ना। तो कुछ मन को जा, वो भी एक तरीके से खुदा के, भगवान के, वाहेगुरु के करीब आने की एक बात है। और इवन बोल मोहब्बत भी उसी तरह की बात है।
Margaret Thatcher said that sometimes you have to fight that war twice over to win it. Isn't that the story of Irshad Kamil, you, me, everybody? We all felt like that when we had no idea what are we going to do, and now we have no idea how to take time off from work to rest and think about that past, isn't it? But you know, as they say, जस्तजू शर्त है इंसान की बुलंदी के लिए. Keep fighting, keep winning, keep losing, but keep walking. है ना? I see you next week. Till then, take good care of yourself. Goodbye.